Clearly, Italy would need a strategy against Argentina, and Berzot decided the only chance they had was to stop Maradona. The man assigned with the job was Claudio Gentile.
Me lo studiai per 2 giorni.
I studied him for 2 days, watching videos, and realized there was a strategy I could use against him. That was to make sure he was so well marked that he couldn't get the ball from his teammates, as once he has possession of the ball, that's when he becomes a problem.
Maradona held it away from Gentile. Oh dear.
Gentile was a great defender. His nickname was Gaddafi because he was born in Libya, and he had this moustache, very scary character, and he cancelled out Maradona, i.e. denied him the right to play on the pitch, but fairly and unfairly, and the referee let him get away with it. And that's seen as Italians as a defining moment of that World Cup, was this cancelling out of Maradona, which is kind of part of the Italian mentality towards football.
That's the real Italian way of playing of the past years. I mean, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. Trying to play really near your man, try to go before him, and don't let him take a ball. That was the message which Berzot gave him, and I think he was perfect in doing this.
But the Italian way of winning angered the Argentinians, who complained that Gentile's spoiling tactics were unsporting.
Guardi, gli argentini penso che...
The Argentinians don't have anything to complain about. It's obvious that when you're losing, you look for excuses. Tarantini, Passarella, Gallego were no angels themselves.
Sono sicuramente degli angioletti.
They're ganging up on Antonioni here. Look at that.
In true Catenaccio style, Gentile had managed to keep Maradona out of the game, and the rest of the team grew in confidence.
Antonioni. Conti. Still in. Oh, a real start turn from him. Tardelli, Antonioni. Tardelli. Yes!
And suddenly the Italy scored in the second half, and everybody, I remember that moment, everybody was watching here in Italy. What's going on? We're beating Argentina. How is it possible? But it was possible.
Tardelli, Graziani, well played by Tardelli. Rossi goes away, and he's clean away, and he's onside. With a beautiful ball through, a real chance for Rossi, and he cannot make it. But in comes Conti. The goalkeeper went with his foot, still Conti. Amazing field all over the place, and finally it's turned in by Caprini.
Brush your teeth in less than 10 seconds with...
Alright, should we leave it there? Don't need to watch much more than that. Yeah, so that's Claudio Gentile.
this revolutionary...
Came up with a magical plan to stop Maradona. Kick him about the place. Mark him really tightly, he says. God, that was a bit rich. Just kicked him out the place that he did. Yeah, so that was the 1982 World Cup. Let's see where we're up and running. We are second and up. Yes, sorry, we're up and running. Perfect. Yeah, 1982 World Cup. So that's what we talk about here in episode 6. Finish out the season. We'll be talking about the Falklands War, which is running at the same time, run up to the World Cup. Now we'll be talking about the 1982 World Cup at the end, and we'll talk about his pushes through his transfer to Barcelona. So talking Maradona, that's what HandofGod stream is all about. Getting Napoli back to the top where Maradona had put them. So yeah, it's a good chapter in the book, Jimmy Burns' book. It's a good chapter because he runs the parallels of what was going on in the Falklands to what Maradona was doing in his career. So he kind of compares what the average soldier, the misery he was going through, and the everyday kids had to go off fighting for Argentina, getting killed, compared to what Maradona was putting up with then. Maradona was kind of acting spoiled, really. He'd give you out about all the training conditions in the Argentinian camp, and he'd give you out about all the pressure the public were putting on him, and he was giving out. Then he pushed through a transfer to Barcelona for a load of money, so he was living a different life totally compared to these soldiers. And they both came from the same background. Maradona came from a tough background. Poor shanty came from, like a lot of soldiers who had to go fight in the Falklands. So he's comparing the both of them really, how their lives went. It's a good chapter the way he does it. It's called the Falklands War, I think. The actual chapter is. But yeah, it coincided in the 1982 World Cup that Italy won. That Italy team got great confidence from that victory against Argentina. They went on to beat Brazil then, one of the greatest games of soccer of all time. In that World Cup, it was kind of like a semi-final. It was the second group stage. Brazil-Italy, it was known as one of the greatest games of football of all time. They got great confidence from that Argentinian game. That Brazil team. Rossi and Tardelli. And Gentile and these guys. Yeah. Alright, so we have 6 games left in the season. We talk about all that between games. We have a massive game coming up in the Cup final. Second leg, we're down 2-1. Goalie let me down really, big time. 2 shots, 2 goals. I didn't go attack yet. I wonder if we went to attack, would we have done better? We're still in the tie though, so all to play for. 6 games. So we'll go weak, strong, weak, will rest the boys, yeah. Go put them out here. Week before, yeah. And then strong here. Try and win it out. So as I say, weak, strong, weak. Let's give him a raise. It's a bit of a run. This guy's wanted. Roma. He's playing well, alright. Geez, 11 assists. He's actually playing better than Moscal. Is he? 7.85. Very similar. 11 assists. 4 goals. This guy's old though. He's 35. Yeah, so you'll get your game next year in Serie A. I'll stick with Moscal for that one though. Right, Lupi and Villa. So that's a double job here. We're going Milevski, 31 games, 22 games. He's 7. I need Granlund though, I need him. Let's go Sandy. Lupi play defensive midfielder. Again, Hussein, Monty, who's flying in the corners. 7 assists in 8 games. Got him north of the gym here, actually. Why he might come into my team. I was thinking about buying left winger for next season to compete with Agostinho, but geez, this guy is fucking doing very well. On the right, Barney. Doing better than Solis. 4 man matches. Oh, he's playing well at the moment. Stelly. Graf and Rastelli, who's actually doing well. 6 goals in 9 games. Jeez, all these guys that I didn't intend using are playing well. Rastelli, Monty, Lupi. Good though, good. Gives us options. Alessi as well. Got an assist in the only game I played him, and an 8. He's wanted as well now by Empoli. Who wants Rasta? Perugia. I'd sell him, he's on big wages. You can have him, lads. Man, go attacking. Give the ball to Graf. Grafede. Yes, by the Graf. Feed the Graf, and he'll score. Stelly. Run the hole, so he does the damage. These guys should be handy. Palermo. Yeah. Brienza. He's not good at goalie. He's not doing well. Alejandro. Sandy. Fuck yeah. Gonna attack the long ball. Don't know any of those guys. Yes. Hussein again. He's flying. Pascal be under pressure to keep his place. The cup. That fucking hell goalie just stops something. He's 50% of his shots. But even goals that right, you're out. Below me in. Half game each. Finish it out, Graf. You're too dangerous. You'll get a goal for me. Oh, there's problems with the long ball. Yeah, fuck it. Hell, I was written all over it. Jesus. Long ball, yeah. He's not fucking good at goalie. The sub goalie's no good. Alejandro. Bad lass. Seen we were up twice. Conceding goals now lately. Monty got another assist. Jesus. See, Dinger at the corners, is he? Garner got the one there now. Monty laid off the ball. Bollocks and this party. I know we're out the game, but I want to win as many as I can. Give it 3 goals, it's not. Shit, he's up for a month. It's not what we're about. Yeah, look, we haven't got a clean sheet in ages this game. Game by 4 here. It's worrying. Come up against Claudio Lopez and Crespo in the cup final. Man's out for a month, is he? But still, he's gone for the final, so. They love Harris. They love a bit of Harris, the media. Yeah, so 71. This guy called Gallieri took over the Junta were overthrown, and Gallieri came in then. And of course, the bright idea he had was to unify the nation. He said he'd try and take back the Malvinas, as the British call it, Falklands, try and get the back off of Britain. He said we'd unify the nation and would create nationality and the people and all this. If they had a war to go to, crazy stuff. I'd like to get him Antonio. 22 million. I don't need strikers. I don't need them. I'd love to have him. I have him. My Plymouth save. Just got him, but he was old, like 31 or something. So I'd love to get him in his prime. I have Graft though as a sub. I have strikers. But so he said he'd take over the Malvinas, political unity. So that was around March of 72, I think. They got pulverized really by the British in it. A lot of people, soldiers killed and stuff. But the media there were totally propaganda. They were promoting the Argentinian way, and players didn't notice that the Argentinian army and soldiers were getting pulverized. Players thought that they were winning all around them, and the public, of course, not just players. And the public thought that they were winning the war. So when the Argentinian national team then went to the World Cup in '82 in Spain, they started watching the Spanish media report it in the TVs and the hotels and stuff. And then they got the real picture that, oh geez, we're being destroyed here, our soldiers getting killed, and it's not good what's going on there. So it's real bad for the morale as well. And Maradona's, when they found out that they were being lied to the government, and that was not good then for their World Cup prospects. It's more to life than football sort of thing. Yeah, so Maradona won the League of Baca, but he actually got a lot of injuries then, and his form running up to the World Cup then wasn't good. He was fighting with Menotti as well. He was saying to Menotti the training sessions are too long and all this stuff, and he was fighting with injuries and stuff going into it and all this stuff. He said the players who spending time with their families not doing his long training sessions. He flew out to Vegas and all this stuff, missing training sessions and stuff. So Menotti banned him for a while and try and pull him in check, but Menotti kind of said even a 75% fit Maradona, we're going to play him because we need him. He's our most important player. He's our goal threat really. So Maradona was acting the maggot and he was kind of getting away with it. Injuries started kicking in then as well because he wasn't training, and he couldn't train then because of the injuries. It's like a vicious circle. So yeah, in one of the friendlies against West Germany, he got marked out by Lothar Matthäus. Lothar Matthäus ruined him. Great player Matthäus was. Matthäus was 21 at the time. They're both young, upcoming players, same age. Matthäus was too professional for him, too dogged, too good at man marking. Maradona couldn't get free of him. Typical German mentality, tough out, stick to him. And then they had a friendly against USSR then in River Plate Stadium in Buenos Aires, and he got booed. Maradona got booed. Crowd would give you out that he wasn't fit enough. Booed him off the pitch. So then he went to a retreat. He got sick in public, getting on his case. The pressure of the World Cup's built up, of course. So he kind of went back to Esquina, where his parents are from, the real rural area up by the Paraguayan border, where his parents had grown up. He went back there into this island off the coast. It's like 30 minutes canoe ride from anywhere, so he's totally away from the public and the media, which are badgering him. He was sick of the media as well at this stage. He was getting sick of the pressure and all the comments about his life, and people bloody expecting great wonders out of him. Right. Strong team here now. Cosenza. Those two losses we have really annoy me. 2-4-3s. Man, he was in the goal for both of them, of course. Useless fucker. Were they both 2-4-3s? That was a 3-2, was it? 3-2 and a 4-3. Bad losses, really. They have Kufre coming in as well. Yeah. So these guys aren't doing it. What's wrong with him? Morale okay. Morale okay. They're fucking Egypts. What's wrong with them? They're left. Agostino's still out. Far and Rod. Rastali, you're in for Stallone now. I'm not giving Via really. Very low morale. Okay, he's off. He's out there. Fuck him. Leave him on the bench. So 4-4-2 attacking. That's Di Lentini, the guy who ruined himself in a car crash. He was world record transfer at one stage. He's transferred to Milan, yeah. They kept him for 4 seasons. Jesus, what's he on? 10,000, yeah. He world record transfer fee that fella to Milan, then he got a really serious car crash, ruined himself, really. It's amazing, he got that many years out of it after it. Lentini, yeah. 13 caps. Very tragic story what happened to him, really. He was a pacey, powerful player. And when his body was wrecked and after the car crash, he couldn't play that way anymore. Get in, fuck you, ball. Jesus. We're not playing well coming into this. We're not finishing the season well. Coming into this final. Yes, Manny. He's playing well though. He's doing it. Shit, hold him out. Come on. Come on, Archie. And Harris. Hold it out, come on. Clean sheet would be great. Ah, no! That's what don't need knows. Defend injury there. Central defense. Damn it. Ah, crap. How'd you miss that? Alright, clean sheet. And played well. They're going must play well, did they? 9, yeah. Micillo. How did Lentini play? 7. Captain. Our ratings are good, I suppose. That's a bummer now. This guy's out. Tension foot injury. Milevski. Alright. Be a big bummer now if he's out. 3 weeks. It's gone so. Fuck. Damn it. Yeah, so you Dr. Squeena and his wife is rural Ireland. Away from the pressure. He did an interview with them, one of his friends who's a journalist. Did an interview with him, basically moaning about the way he'd been treated by the public and by the media and the clubs pulling off, and then the hierarchy of the clubs getting through all these press events and media stuff is getting on his head. But that's when he decided then he's going to push through and move to Barcelona. He wants to get away from it all in Argentina. Money as well. He wanted more money. It was Block couldn't afford to keep him anymore. Argentina's juniors as well. So he wanted out. He wanted to go to Barcelona. So they've been negotiating for a while since 78 for him. So here we are, in run up to the 82 World Cup. Getting his transfer finally to Barcelona. They ended up paying 7 million for him. They offered 6. That was the exact same as the kind of deal from Argentina's juniors to Baca. So they weren't going to make any money. So they're like, no way, we need more. Especially since the dollar had depreciated in Argentina. So they got 7 million out of Barcelona for the transfer, which is one of the biggest at the time. They used Juventus as leverage as well. They're saying, oh look, Maradona was saying, I'll just go to Juventus so if you're not going to pay up the money. So they eventually caved. They said, with Helinho Herrera as well. In negotiations, I did an episode on him. Herrera's Catenaccio in the Inverting the Pyramid stream. If I go back and watch it, very interesting character. He was an Argentinian immigrant as well, living in Europe. Famous manager. He got involved in it. His ego. He came over in the height of the Falklands War. He didn't care if the war was going. He came over for the transfer to get it done. I'm going to read about there now in a second. He was paid $70,000 a month by Barcelona. It's called the Maradona. His monthly payment. The Maradona. Brilliant. Menotti did well on it as well. They promised that Menotti be the next Barcelona coach as well. Why not? So they all about out with bankers and clubs and all this sort of shit. Yeah, that's here. Yet Maradona continued to pursue his own agenda. Behind the scenes, he authorised Sistel Spoiler to resume transfer negotiations with Barcelona. Talks now involve more negotiators than a European summit. They included Helenio Herrera, a man with an impressive football career. He managed Barcelona and Inter Milan to various cup titles, as well as the national teams of Spain, France, and Italy. He's a guy who created Catenaccio, really. Never one for quiet diplomacy, Herrera emerged in Buenos Aires halfway through the Falklands War and confirmed publicly that Blanco had gathered from his campfire therapy session that Maradona was fed up with the pressures of the Argentinian fans and couldn't wait to escape to Barcelona. Yeah, here he describes, like the running chapter here now, he describes, he compares with what's going on in the Falklands War. I'll read it there. What the troops had to put up with. The deal was finally reached in Buenos Aires over 4 days with talks at the end of May. While Argentine conscripts faced with an approaching Antarctic winter and the British advance dug deeper into the trenches, the wily president of Barcelona, Jose Luis Núñez, judging that the time was right for a coup de grace. Taking advantage of a generally confused political situation and a deepening financial crisis of Argentinian football, he flew into Buenos Aires to set his seal personally on the Maradona transfer, and joined talks with Boca Juniors and Argentinos Juniors, the two clubs who still theoretically shared the player. As Cesar Menotti later recalled, when Núñez arrived in Buenos Aires, he finished the whole thing off. He put the money down, dealt with the two clubs, and proved that he was more intelligent than anyone. So he's continuing that in chapter Jimmy Burns is bringing back to the Falklands. What the troops were going through and what Maradona was going through then at the same time. What's wrong with this fucker? New contract. Right before my cup final, like, what's he doing? My cup final. What an idiot, like. We're in trouble now at the back. I have to play these guys 2 games in a row. I've any in the reserve zone there. This guy's playing brutal as well. Morale low. Give me a goal to beat the band, yes. Actually, Loopy would probably play at the back. Starting defensive fielder for now. It's disappointing. Injuries come in. Threadbare squad. I kept it tight. We were tight for money at the start of the season. I didn't want to overload the squad. Paying for now, of course. Shoot. I have to play I have to play this fool in the hole. Play him in the right and far in the hole. Not you back. You. Everyone bar Moscal. So he has 3 injuries. Stam is suspended. Man, wallop these guys at home. He let me down last time. Alejandro. Yes, he's fucking flying, man. Nobody wants to contract, greedy bastard. You're waiting out till the end of the season. Ah, fucking hell. That goal doesn't stop anything. 1 out of 50% shots he leaves in. I'm Farnrod. Say those 2 defenders are very useless. Via. Sick of the goals I can see now. It's Sandy. He's let me down. 6s. I was hoping Bonomi and Sandy would be starting next season. I wouldn't need to buy a defender in. I have to buy another one now. Now Kufre. I have to give these guys a run, like, to see can they make it in Serie A, because they haven't let me down. Well done, Farnrod. Ah, shit, he needed a hat trick. Get him out of there. Rest him. Why Farnrod? Get Harrison. Playing crap at the moment. What the fuck's Hussein doing? Jesus. Get him out as well, actually. Hussein the membrane. On Sandy, that's more like it. Hopefully I'll get going. Played well. Just now we're just conceding goals. If we concede a goal against Lazio, we're done. Like, we need to score 2 or 3 then. Right. Good stuff though. Hussein again. And Monty again. Hey! Yeah, I took the corner. God, this guy's a real revelation. Hussein on the membrane. Alright, next to the big one. Roma won Serie A. What a surprise. We knocked them out of the cup. They didn't do the double. Oh god, they blasted them in the end. Blasted past Atlanta. Last 4, drew 3. Who's the top goal scorer? Oh, Rossini, yeah. Crespo. Man, we're up against next. And Pippo Inzaghi. Maniero. Yeah, I mean, look at this guy. He's got a really slightly average, I suppose. Surely better than Alejandro. He's not better than Mancini. I compared that already. Is he better than this guy? Same. Samesies. Anyone else? Teamwork, pace, acceleration. Crossing's poor. He's a star already. Looking for me bargains. Yeah, so that was all going on, the transfer to Barcelona. He got it through for the World Cup. So then the Spanish media will be all scrutinising and throughout the World Cup because it was on in Spain. 1982 Spain World Cup. But he got injured 4 days before the tournament, then of course he did. Maradona. Injury problems kicking in already. Pulled the hamstring 4 days before the World Cup. Very bad luck, in fairness. Like he unlucky to miss out in 78, and then for this to happen in 82. So it's sickening from him. His old doctor then came in the same, Ruben Oliva, the guy I talked about who gave injections when he was a kid. They brought him in to help out the situation. He didn't trust the regular doctors, of course. Oliva was a bit of a fucking maverick. Like, he kind of believed that injuries are a mental thing, of course. All about the mind and the power of the mind to heal. Yeah, he's still more mentally than physical, he thought. So the prayers kind of thought him as a healer rather than a doctor. Maradona loved that, of course. He was into that sort of stuff. Traditional, not traditional medicine. He was more into the healers and the superstitious stuff. Yeah, the mental over the physical. I'll read what I said about him now. Page 93. Yeah. Oliva proclaimed that most injuries were less physical than symptomatic of a state of mind, and that his own powers of persuasion were sufficient to put a player back on his feet and onto the pitch again. Oliva was mistrusted by fellow doctors, but held in awe by some of his patients, who looked upon him less as a scientist than as a healer with magical powers. By the time of the World Cup in Spain, he had begun to exert an unrivaled influence over Maradona. The player mistrusted orthodox doctors, but in Oliva he saw reflected a medicine man, not unlike the witch doctors his parents had known in Corrientes, with mystical powers to heal the footballers sent by God. That shit's true. If he went to proper doctors, he probably would have a lot less injury problems. Maradona. On the eve of the World Cup tie with Belgium, Maradona was declared fit to play. Whether he would have been by any other doctor than Oliva is open to question. As subsequent events proved, willpower is not sufficient to win a match. Yeah, so yeah, he was fucked really. Going to that fool as well didn't help. The fool doctor. Alright, the big one. Got a bit of build-up music here now. Bring Lazio down to Naples for the cup final. Come on, boys. Let's fucking get it done. Let's win this. Don't let me know, no goalie. For Christ's sakes. Bear with me now 1 second. We get the troops up for the match. Up for it. Alright. Troop ready. The Romans are coming south. Right, this gladiator. The Romans coming to conquer us. No, you're conquered, Napoli. You won't be conquered today. It's not for the greater glory of Rome, guys. It's to defy the Empire. Right, so I know my team now. Steno, I missed out for a week. Don't grind. Let's go Lupi, let's go to experience instead of Via. Yeah, right, Brown's annoying me. Yeah, let's get Brown's better. It's pity with Bonomi. One on Sandy, big game. Let's keep Granland, my boys. It's the Lucky and Hussein, really. Form was incredible. Make good stuff for Uganda. Pascal gets a big award, 25 years in the game, gets his massive cup final. Shit, we want him. Robert, piss off. He doesn't have minimum fee. Theatre left, so Xeno's out. Farney on the left. Monty's unlucky. Bono Harris on a big game. Rastali, winner place in the final. I'm going to attack him. Fuck it, go from the off. Luke be a captain on Mancini. Crespo, Zaghi, Warski, Simeone. Shit, it's going to be tough. You're going to kill me. Oh, unreal. 25, wasn't it? Alright, guys, unleash hell. Come on, so Italy. There. Half-time. Shit, Manny. Yeah, they're on top of us. They're good, right? They're good. Come on. Harris. Oh, he's so up and down, this fella. Can't change anything. Go attacking, man. I'm already going attacking. Should have started normal. Built him into the game. Alright, Luke's gonna let me down. Bring Monty on. Yeah. Yeah, bring Monty to change the game. Graph in. Yeah. Come on, boys. Choke everything out of them. Yes! Graph! Come on! Better team in the second half. Ah, get in! Oh, fuck, man. Yes! Is that it? Away goals? No. 2-2. That's it. Didn't say going to extra time, did it? We did. Yes, we did! And we're absolutely cup champions! Run the graph. victory was gone. Yes! Never doubted us. We deserved that cup. We fucking beat everyone, no way. Juventus, Roma, Atlanta, and Lazio. No, it was a good beat Milan. God, big celebrations in Naples tonight. 15 tackles of Grönlund. So he's got the assist and the man of the match. 6 passes as well, unreal. Monty, the key pass though. On the graph. Good man under pressure now. Harris. Jeez, they're both young. 21 and 21. Age is many. 26. Brilliant. I think we have one, don't we? Yeah, away goals. Yes. Come on. Let's celebrate. And God's name, the team won the cup. Napoli win. 2-2 aggregate win. Brilliant board. What did I say? Ah, jeez, they didn't even congratulate me. Fuck them. Fuck them. Brilliant. First bit of silver, second bit of silver. So we have the League One. Good. We can scratch that one off the list now. Very early on. First season. Get that out of the way with it. Next now. Serie A. Has to be, or maybe UEFA Cup. European qualification. Mancini's injured. 3 weeks. He can be the rest of the season off if he wants. 2 games left. No bother to him. Well, it's a different Mancini. Yeah, let's put the Rezzies out. And then the homecoming now, we put out the strong team. Last game at home. You're going to double jab. So are you. This guy must be gutted not to get a run. The way he's playing in the cup final. And Monty. I have to give him man a run. On the graph. What a player. What a player. Keep forgetting he plays central defense, of course. Should be putting him back there instead of fucking Villa. Anyway. Siena. Rossi. Lantinotti. Our guys have been boozing. They've been boozing since the cup final. It's a mighty win. Jeez, a fucking goalkeeper, Alejandro. He's absolutely up to nothing. He leaves in 50% of his shots. So we're about being well beaten. I'll say that much. But jeez, I don't know why not. Didn't disappoint in him. No Farnrod. Fucking hell. Scores goals in the hole, right? Vidigal assist. Yes, son of Farnrod. Come on, one more, lads. Hold it, alright. I'm Farnrod. From there all season, he probably just as many. But anyway, Alessi and Lupi. Yeah, Vidigal. Vidigal the right, 10 tackles. Yeah, so injured for 98 World Cup, and then yeah, his witch doctor didn't help things. But yeah, and then there was played Belgium in the first game. They were beaten 1-0 to Belgium. That's where the famous photograph of him with the ball at his feet. He's dribbling left, and there's 5 Belgian defenders around him. That's a famous photograph was taken in that game. It's actually a bit of a. It's from a free kick. It's actually a bit of a false picture. It's not 5 defenders running after just Maradona. It's actually from a free kick. That's why they're all in line. He was crossing the ball from free kick. That's kind of why they're all in a line. The defender's facing him across to where he's taking it from. But anyway, they lost. Then they beat Hungary 4-1 the next game. He scored 2 goals. And then they beat El Salvador, so they qualified for the second group stage, which had Argentina, Italy, and Brazil. And that Brazil team was the one of the Magic Square with Zico, Socrates, and Falcao, Cerezo. They were a fantastic team, and they had that Italian team that won the tournament at the end, so it was a tough group. They lost that game to Italy. Well, the first one there that they just saw Gentile kick them around the place, really. They got an awful doing, and then he got sent off 5 minutes to go in the Brazil game. They were 3-1 down. It was a bad tackle. I think it was Zico on the opposition teammates, and then Maradona just ran in and stamped on. Just kicked him in the stomach, kicked the guy. Well, no, it was Zico, it was a follow. The ball broke. Referee didn't call it free, so Maradona lunged in, and it's Brazilian fullback kicked him in the stomach. Really lost the head. They were down 3-1 5 minutes to go. Straight red. But yeah, he kind of got kicked around that tournament, he said. But I don't think he was fully fit either. But then, of course, the Spanish media are all over. The Madrid press were saying, "Oh, what a waste of money, and this guy is not mentally ready, and he's unhinged and all this stuff." And then the Barca Catalan media were bigging him up, then saying he's going to be a great signing and all this. All that shit was going on. The Argentinian press as well were giving the team an awful doing. So in '78, the Argentinian press were there to promote the team. Propaganda. They had for national pride and all this stuff. They had to say how great the team was, the manager was, and the players were, else the government would be editing it and all this stuff, would be censoring them, so they had to be supportive. Whereas this time around, the new government were more free, so you could write what you wanted. So they were the media kind of went to town then, because they were staying in Alicante, and the players were out fucking on the beach and out drinking, partying. They weren't killing themselves now. So that's the media reporting all that. That bugged Maradona as well, because he got particular attention because he had all his family staying with the hotel. The media didn't like that. They're saying these guys weren't focused on the World Cup. They weren't focused enough. They weren't training hard enough. They're out at the beach and all that sort of stuff. And all that was reported by the new press, or the press that were allowed. They weren't gagged anymore, so they could report all this stuff. Got back to the public then, and they were pissed off then with the national team. Yeah. I'll read a paragraph for that there in a second now. 2 games left. But yeah, the big thing was, like, they saw the Spanish media reporting the Falklands, what was really going on. That was the big thing from that World Cup. Ozzy Ardiles as well was getting the doing. And run up to the World Cup playing for Spurs. By the fucking idiots and terrorists in Britain. There are wave Union Jacks and when the Falklands War was going on. The FA advised Ardiles and Ricky Villa not to play in the FA Cup final that year. They played anyway. 1982. Because of the abuse they're getting from terrorists. Fucking Brits. Alright. It's the last game. Last game of the season, right? Let's get the strong team out. Man's still out. He's back, so is he? He is back, but no me. Agostinho back? Yes. Well, no, Harris, he hasn't scored in a while. Rastelli's wanted. Let's sell him. I'll sell him. Still there. No, he's injured. Alright, lads, wallop these guys to finish out the season. Como, let come, music. They got music on the right. Music and music. What's he like? Bed and music. Good, what a money. Stellini, they're ruining our homecoming. Agostinho 6. Will I get your man in? Monty. Our Brazilian David Beckham coming to change the game. Get your man a run as well. Oh man, he's playing 8. Go Harris again, will I? Graf. Far and running. It's this point in homecoming. Bring the trophy home. There we go, it's playing a worldie. 9. Alex Brunner. Thought this would be a homecoming. There are 2 trophies. Ah, oh, Manny Barriott. Ah, fucking hell, of course he got caught. 3 changes, never do it. What a Mascal. Never make 3 changes. We'll get caught. Fuck, we want these guys away to start the season. Disappointing. Gave me a lot of goals towards the end of the season. It's worrying. Goalie, for crying out loud. 2 shots and goal, he left in bottom. Look at this. Unreal. 8 and 6. That's the difference now between 2 teams. Fucking idiot. Let's go find another goal now in this game. I'll be sickened. Malewski. Farnrod. Fuck. Disappointing. Oh, that's interesting. I don't need strikers though. Keep telling myself that. Stop buying strikers. Cheap though. 3.1 million. Scored 15 goals. If I bought him, I wouldn't be able to do the graph any more games, you see. I like the graph. Maybe anyone else. Oh, Daniel Banera. Young as well. Hitting, jumping isn't great. Marking, pace, positioning. He's good. Didn't rate well though on a losing team. So it was actually handy enough as well. I had 4 stats aren't great, but he rated very well. Was this guy? No, it wasn't Chiellini. See, he's there. It was Barzagli was done. This guy. Yeah. The stats weren't great, but he rated very well. For me, Barzagli. 105 goals, beat the 100 goals mark. Only gave out 29, it's good. Gave out 19 of those in the last 2 games, I'd say. Disappointing, those 2. Good. Yeah, right here. Between how the media changed in 2 World Cups. The links between politics and football have become so close under the military regime that it was perhaps inevitable that the Falklands defeat would also shatter the illusion of invincibility that had been built up around the figure of Maradona. In Spain, the player, like his team, was unable to count on the support which the regime had manipulated in Argentina's favour during the '78 World Cup. On the contrary, the sense of national pride with which Maradona had been so identified lay in ruins on the Falklands battlefield. In Spain, Argentine journalists no longer felt, as had been ordered to do in '78, that they had to defend the honour of the national squad in all circumstances. The government had lost its power to intimidate, and Spain was well beyond its reach. Media coverage of the '82 World Cup had thus had a different focus. The Argentinian squad was depicted as a poorly motivated, lacking discipline, and leisurely to the point of hedonism, and it was no exaggeration. In the luxurious seaside near Hotel Alicante, where the players stayed, Menotti was repeatedly photographed emerging from his sleeping quarters with his arm around a German model, who was in fact being no more of a womanizer than he always had been, but he now stood accused of spending more time in bed than training his players. Among the more turbulent episodes, again witnessed by several journalists, one in particular seemed to sum up the mood of the Argentine squad. Tarantini's wife throwing a tantrum on the beach and threatening her husband that she would go to bed with another man. Oh yeah, so they were fucking doing the bollocks off the field. And then Pele came out after World Cup then, made some comments about Maradona, saying he wasn't ready, he wasn't mature enough to watch his mentality, and Maradona betrayed Maradona then, because Pele was his hero growing up. He got Maradona. See here now. Oh yeah, but the comments of one person in particular seem to have overshadowed all the others, those of Pelé, the former Brazilian international whose title as King of Football Maradona was supposed to inherit. Writing as a guest column for Clarín, Pelé suggests that Maradona's talents as a footballer were being undermined by his failings as a human being. He said, "My main doubt is whether he has the sufficient greatness as a person to justify being honoured by a worldwide audience." 3 years earlier, Maradona had made a pilgrimage to Rio to fulfill one of his childhood dreams, that of sitting and talking to Pelé, a shantytown kid like himself, who would enter the Hall of Fame. In 58, 2 years before Maradona was born, the 17-year-old Pelé was already being described as the finest player ever to come out of Brazil. In 1970, when Maradona was 10, Pelé took Brazil to World Cup victory in Mexico. In Spain, 82, Maradona felt betrayed by his idol, a resentment that was to fester for many years afterwards. Yeah, I was running back with Pelé, he still does. That was the start of it, so felt that he's a better contract and would like to begin negotiations immediately. When's his contract up? 0-5, another 3 years. What's he want? 29,000. The board roll now 27. Give him 25. He can fuck off, he doesn't want that. Fuck a little bitch. We'll buy 4 million. Alright, I just did, man. Alright, let's look at the end of season stats. Do some transfer off the stream now. We'll look for a set defender. I think another one. Maybe another defensive fielder and a left winger. See who we come back with. I want to give these guys a run down Serie A. See if can they make it. See can they do it instead of buying a load of guys in and dropping these. I need more backups really, but I don't buy backups. I only buy first team players. So some of these will drop the backups. Back, Harris, Mileski and Granlund. Kufor, Moscalia. All my signings. Via Alessi, Farnwood, Alejandro, disappointing, yeah. Bonomi, Lupi. Yeah, happy enough those though. 12 for Hussein. Jesus. I'll start him next season. 10 for Agostinho and 9 for Monty. He only played 11 games. Farnwood got 9. Saliska, 5. He'll be under pressure now from Farnwood next season. Harris. Manny and back. Manny passed out back. I'm surprised at that. Fuck off, Romeo, not getting him. Harris, 18, died towards the end. Bet if I play Graf more, 19. 34, he'd probably score more if I played him. The Graf would. Winning goal in the cup final. Oh, he'd better striker, right? The front man. Over Archie. She's better striker there too. Archie better attack midfielder, of course. Maybe I should be playing him. Well, he's playing the whole, of course. Back. Couldn't drop Manny though. And he's better striker. Back is for you. Attacking fielder, so really. And he scores goals, that's all we want. Pace, influence, bravery, acceleration, flair, strong. What am I doing? Competitions. I'll just get my squad. Back, Granlund. Look at that, we dominated. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of the top 13. Drop 80. Oh fuck, damn it. Flatchy. Not bad, finishing dribbling. Sampdoria, 21 grand. Lazaro, he scored against us, of course. And Vieri. $23. 21. Hussein, good man yourself. Stroppa. They're all old. Not old guys in this league. Yeah, he might be a good signing. They get promoted, I wonder. I have him a shortlist anyway. Hasn't seen it. Is that it? See it now. Seven goals in 12 games. Why did they play him? Fiorentina, they weren't in Serie B. Oh, he moved. He moved. Alright. Oh yeah, he was fucking ripping up with Regina, alright. That's it. Alright, we moving on now to his transfer to Barcelona and his 2 seasons there, injury-riddled years. And his famous games against Bilbao, Cup final, the Butcher of Bilbao. Started a brawl. We'll talk about all that in the next episode. Next season on the new transfers, we're attacking Serie A. The aim is to survive. Just survive. 4 out of 18. So it's not 3 out of 20 like the Premiership. 3 go down on 20 teams. Easy to survive. 4 out of 18 is tough. Plus, very hard teams in there. Roma, Atlanta, Milan, Inter, Parma, Juventus, Lazio, Perugia, Handy, Udinese, Fiorentina. It's going to be tough. So we just be better than 4 teams. Whoever's coming up with us, and one more. Verona and Perugia. Who's coming up with us? Ancona, Genoa, and Sampdoria. Oh no, Sampdoria not. How the hell that happen? They're promoted ahead of them. Don't know what that's about now, to be honest. 4th spot, I don't know what that's about. Do they have a playoff? Well, anyway, Cup winners, this is what we're heading into now, you see. Good teams. But I got a spopper. That was good. Right, leave it there. Go back tomorrow again, I'd say.